while I was there, I got the urge to ordain because I didn't really feel connected to the other lay residents. And I saw the monks there, and I thought, well, if I can manage it now, I'm going to see if I can ordain. But I had my 69th birthday there. But the Western monasteries, it was like impossible. They would never take anyone my age. And so then I met someone there who's told me about this monastery in Malaysia. That was an international monastery with an Austrian abbot. And he said, write to him. So I wrote to him. I explained my background. I even told him about the Christian thing. I told him, as much as I could. I think he's Austrian. He'll understand, maybe. And he said, look, we don't have any age requirements here and age restrictions. But, the environment, it's kind of, it's hot, it's humid, it's tropical. It's up on a mountain, you have to see if you can physically do it.
In the jungle.
It's a jungle.
Yeah.
It's like, oh. So I said, well, all right, he's letting me try it. I'll try it. This is my last chance maybe to become a monk. And so there I was. I go to Malaysia. My family were horrified. And he said, I'm 69. I'm going to Malaysia. It's halfway around the world. I'm going to live in a forest monastery.
I think this might have been the most stressed.
I've been the most stressed.
And this was 2020.
This was 2022.
22, wow.
COVID was just
2 years ago.
Yeah, it was just 2 years ago, yeah. It was actually the end of July 2022. Yeah, just 2.5 years ago. I went there and it took an adjustment, It was pretty... I'm back to living in the huts. And it was built on a mountain, so there were stairs everywhere. And, they did have electricity, and they had a fan, but it's hot and humid all the time, and we had to walk down to into town to get our food at a meditation center. They were like our sponsors. And it was like, it was only maybe a mile and a half, maybe 2 miles, maybe a mile and a half, but it was down like 250 stairs. And then down this really steep slope, and they all walk barefoot, all the monks. But I told the abbot, I said, I really don't think I can walk barefoot. He said, maybe try it part of the way, which I did the first day, then never did it again. I wore sandals, but even sandals, it was a very hard walk. You walk down, and then you have to walk back up. And even at 8:30 in the morning, it's getting hot. The sun is blazing down. There's like no shade. And you're walking with your food, you're bringing it back up this hill. It's quite a journey.
I'm almost 70 too.
And I'm almost 70 doing this.
Trooper.
And then I said, okay, I somehow survive it. And then I began being introduced to leech bites, as I found. All of a sudden you start going, where's this blood coming from? Really, the leeches. And then I made the first step. I was a novice first. Very quickly, he realized that I was a monk in the past, so he can speed things up my age. So he was very, very quite nice. I became a novice very quickly, and wearing white robes. And then in February 2023, I became a bhikkhu again. I sew my own robes again, and at least some of them. And there I was. For the second time around, I get to be a fully ordained monk.